Hello, hello, hello. This is Michelle from The Influential Me. Super excited that you're here with me, listening to my stories. We're all about influence here and unpacking and, absorbing all things influence and understanding people and leaders so that we can fast track our careers and do what we want to do in our life and crush our goals. So today is all about 2020, right? 2020 is upon us. And as I was thinking about what I want out of 2020, I thought I would share some of the things that I came up with. And hopefully that you find it inspiring and hopefully you can add it to whatever you're doing because I'm sure you've got big plans too. Okay, so I was having a think and I was thinking, what do I want? Do I want my business to explode? Do I want to take my relationship to the next level? Do I want to go on amazing holidays? Do I want to meet interesting people? And I thought, well, no, this is what I plan every year. Some of it happens, some of it doesn't. But this is a new decade, which means I've got to do something spectacular, right? And all of this pressure started to mount. So I was having a conversation with one of my friends and he said to me, Michelle, don't let acceptable get in the way of exceptional. Don't let acceptable get in the way of exceptional. And I thought, God, how many things in my life are acceptable and how many things in my life are exceptional? And to be honest, the balance made me feel uncomfortable because I realized that a lot of my life is acceptable. I've done well, and I've done really good things in my life and a lot of areas in my life are acceptable. But not as many as I would like of the areas in my life are exceptional. So I thought, what's going to be different? How do I make my life more exceptional? How do I start to drive towards my goals? How do I really become the biggest version of me possible on this planet? And then that word came to me, possible. I started to think, what is possible? I live my life in the realm of probable, right? I do what I think is likely to succeed. I do what's probably going to work. I don't actually spend that much time thinking, what is possible? What would happen if I just ripped this up and started from scratch, right? In terms of my thinking around how I do my goals. So that's my theme for this year, guys. I'm focusing on what is possible and I'm letting go of what's probable. Probable will get me to 70% of success. Possible will take me to 150 or 250% of success, right? By my own metrics. So I hope that makes sense. But let me tell you why I love possible and why it excites me so much as I'm going into this new year, why I'm excited by the idea of possible. First of all, the negative emotions go away when I think possible because it's all about the future, right? So I don't carry anything that's happened in the past. I don't think about how some of the mistakes will repeat. I don't have to think about that because possible is all about the future. It's all about what can happen. It's not about what happened before, or it's not about what's likely to happen. It's about what is possible. So I get rid of all the negative emotions, which is great because it just allows me to push forward and do things that I love. Even doing some of these videos is like, oh my God, I'm really pushing my boundaries and looking forward to what's possible. Okay, which brings me on to the second reason why I love possible more than I can tolerate probable. And that's stretch, right? It takes me to a new capability. I don't just do what I've always done and expect, to incrementally, get better. I'm actually just, again, ripping it up and saying, how can I stretch myself? How can I be the best version of me? And it's not going to be by doing what I've always done. I've really got to think differently and I've really got to stretch myself. And that lights me up, guys. That makes my goals for this year so much more different than what I've done in the past because I really give myself the ability to move beyond what I know and be uncomfortable and go with it, right? That's the stretch. That's why it's fun. And then the third thing, which I also think has started, I've even seen some of the results, even just from the, 2 days or whatever it is. But my eyes are open to new opportunities. I'm not just looking in the same places I've always looked, right? I'm looking at doing things differently. I'm looking at going and knocking on doors that I think will probably slam back in my face, and I'm okay with that, right? I want to work with a different layer of leadership. Right now, I've worked with entrepreneurs, I've worked with CEOs of FTSE 100 businesses. What else can I do, right? Now is my time to start going for the game changer CEOs. And that's my challenge for myself. But I've got to now look for those opportunities and I'm open to them because you know what? It's possible. I get excited just thinking about it. I think 2020 is going to be a phenomenal year for both me and you. Reason number 4 why I like what is possible more than I like what is probable. And that is, it is 0 F's given, right? Doesn't matter. If I fail, so what? If people don't like stuff that I give them, so what? If I happen to become super successful as a result of what I do, again, I'm just gonna go for it, right? So it's kind of like, so what, right? People will always have something to say. In life, you will always fail. In life, you will always learn from your failures if you have the right mindset. So what? So I'm just going all guns blazing for my goals. And I think it's so liberating when you're okay with yourself and you can really say, you know what, I don't care so much if everything isn't perfect. You know, I'm not going for perfection. I'm going for the best version of me. And I know myself and I know I can never be perfect. So I'm letting go of the worry. I'm letting go of the negative emotions. I'm letting go of the fear, right? I'm going in and I'm going to be courageous. And I don't really care if it means being the biggest version of myself. Everything else is just noise. So 0 F's given, right? Number 5, and perhaps, you know, the most important part of making my goals and my visions come true, I am going to work 24/7. This is all me, right? Isn't that incredible to just think, you know what? I'm empowered to go after my goals and I'm going to do whatever it takes. Do not get me wrong. I mean, whatever it takes to get to where I need to get to in my life. And I feel like thinking about what's possible allows me to work and not think, oh, but last time I worked on this project and it didn't work out or whatever. None of that. I'm just going to drive and keep driving. And I encourage you to do the same. So, you know, let go of the negative emotions and drive towards what's possible in your life. Look for your stretch, get uncomfortable, start driving. Let's do this. You only crush things once you get into that space of stretch and being uncomfortable and learning to enjoy that uncomfortableness. Keep your eyes open to new opportunities. Don't look in the same places you've been looking for. Look for new avenues. Think bigger, think bolder, go crazy with your thoughts. And number 4, don't give a beep about what people think or whether it will go wrong. Don't overthink things, just go, you know, just go. And you know, the universe loves momentum, and when you have momentum, it'll give you more momentum. And don't worry about the rest. Again, just noise. And work hard. Do the best you can. Show up every day. You know, give of yourself and give the best of yourself in any scenario. That's my intention in my life, and I hope that you guys can do that too. Because without us driving towards what we want, we will never get it. Nothing's gonna land on our lap, so we just need to drive, and it's all us. We can just do this, but we just have to make a commitment to ourselves. So make a commitment to yourself that you're going to do whatever it takes to get to your goal. And then finally, if you go for what is possible, that means you cannot settle for probable. 2020 is going to be a big year. 2020 to 2029 is going to be a huge decade. But it's up to us to make it happen. So no longer settling for probable, let's go for what's possible. I hope that you find a little bit of joy from that video, because I feel joyful sharing it with you. And I look forward to spending more time with you guys in 2020 and hearing about the amazing things that you're doing and how you're crushing it. So if you have a comment, a thought, share it with me in the comments below. I look forward to seeing more of you.